शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सुप्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्लोक 8 and 9. They have to be studied together as both are one sentence. Naiva kinchit karomiti
नैव किञ्चित् करोमीति
युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित्।
युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित्
पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन्।
पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन्
अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन्।
अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन्
प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन्।
प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन्
उन्मिषन् निमिषन्नपि।
उन्मिषन् निमिषन्नपि
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेषु
वर्तन्त इति धारयन्।
वर्तन्त इति धारयन्
युक्तः तत्त्ववित्। युक्तः तत्त्ववित्। युक्तः means समाहितः, focused. तत्त्ववित् and आत्मज्ञानी. Why the visheshana yuktah? Because Krishna is indicating that he has attained jnana nishtha. He abides in the jnana. His mind is focused in the jnana. That is why yuktaha tattvavit. Assimilated. So, युक्तः तत्त्ववित् पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन् प्रलपन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन् अपि. So while doing all these activities, a jnani will also do all these activities like any ajnani. Pashyan, he sees, seeing, pashyan, all these are shatranta. Prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. Shrinvan, hearing, seeing, hearing, touching, sprishan, jighran, smelling, ashnan, eating, gachan, going, swapan, sleeping, shwasan, breathing, pralapan, talking, visrajan, excretion, doing excretion, or giving. You can take visrajan as giving also, or excretion, elimination of waste. Both can be understood as visrajan, giving up or giving, grindhan, holding or accepting, unmishan, opening the eyes, and nimishan api, also nimishan, closing the eyes. He does all these works. And when he does all these works, what does he understand? Indriyani indriyartheshu vartante iti dharayan naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. Indriyani indriyartheshu vartante iti dharayan. Dharayan, understanding, knowing. What? Indriyani indriyartheshu vartante iti. He understands that the senses, indriyani, indriyani includes all indriyas, all 11 indriyas. Indriyartheshu vartante, they are acting on the objects of the senses. Iti dharayan, understanding so, he knows that naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. He understands, I am not doing anything. Aham naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. He thinks so. Manyeta is vidhilinga lakara. But here it is not a vidhi, because he is a jnani, and this is about a jnana, and a jnana cannot be enjoyed. So it is a vision, it is not really vidhi. That is why Bhashya Deepika says manyeta should be understood as manyate. The vidhiling should be understood as manyate, latlaka. There is no vidyartha here. It is just a statement of fact. How a tattvajnani understands is just an explanation of the vision of a tattvajnani. This is how a jnani knows. This is how a jnani abides in the knowledge. Even if he is doing the karmas, he does not identify with the karma. Instead, he knows it is indriyas that are working on the objects, and I am not doing anything. So see the Bhashya. Nacha asau paramarthatah karoti ataha naiva kinchit karomi iti yuktaha samahitassan manyeta chintayet nacha asau paramarthatah karoti. So, see, previously, kurvannapina lipyate, even though he does, he is not affected, it was told. No, how he is not affected? What makes him remain unaffected by karma? because na cha aso paramarthatah karoti. In reality, he is not doing anything. Ataha, therefore, naiva kinchit karomi iti yuktaha san. Yuktaha means samahitaha, being focused in the knowledge. A jnani naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. Manyeta is equal to chintayet. A jnani understands. We should take it as latlaka, though it is vithiling. Tattvavit
Tattvavid
Atmanaha
Atmanaha
Yathatmyam
Yathatmyam
Tattvam
Tattvam
Vetti iti
Vetti iti
Tattvavit
Tattvavid
Paramarthadarshi ityarthaha.
Paramarthadarshi ityarthaha.
Tattvavit means Atmanaha Yathatmyam Tattvam Vetti iti Tattvavit. One who knows the Atma Yathatmya, the truth of the Atma, which is Tattvam, which is called Tattvam. Tattvam means Atmanaha Yathatmya. One who knows it, he is called Tattvavit. Paramarthadarshi ityarthaha. Tattvavit means Paramarthadarshi, the knower of the truth, the knower of the absolute truth is called Tattvavit. Kada katham va tattvam avadharayan manyeta ityuchyate. So kada tattvam katham va tattvam avadharayan manyeta. Kada, when. So when should he think? When should he know? Sorry, not should. When does he know? I am not doing anything. Kada naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. When does he know I am not doing anything? Katham va tattvam avadharayam. So how? Katham tattvam avadharayam. Abiding in the truth. How he should abide in the truth and understand I am not doing anything. So kada katham va manyeta ityuchyate, it is being told. Pashyanniti manyeta iti purvena sambandhaha.
Manyeta iti purvena sambandhaha.
Manyeta naiva kinchit karomi iti manyeta. So, manyeta should be connected with before, with the words before yukta. That is how the anvaya should be done. Bhashyakara gives the anvaya. Manyeta iti purvena sambandhaha. Yasya evam tattvavidaha.
Yasya evam tattvavidaha.
Karyakarana cheshtasu.
Karyakarana cheshtasu.
Sarva karyakarana cheshtasu.
Sarva karyakarana cheshtasu.
Karmasu.
Karmasu.
Akarma eva pashyataha.
Akarma eva pashyataha.
Samyak darshinaha.
Samyak darshinaha.
Tasya sarvakarma sannyase eva adhikaraha.
Sarvakarma sannyase eva adhikaraha.
Karmanaha
abhava darshanat.
So yasya evam tattvavidah. So evam tattvavid, one who knows the truth in this manner. Sarva karya karana cheshtasu karmasu akarma eva pashyataha. He sees akarma, absence of karma, in all the karmas, karmasu, in all the karmas. And what are karma? Sarva karya karana cheshtasu. The activities of all the body, all the karya and karana. Karya karana means sthula sharira and sukshma sharira. In the activities of the sthula sharira and sukshma sharira, he sees only akarma. That kind of samyak darshi. Tasya sarva karma sannyase eva adhikaraha. He is entitled for sarva karma sannyasa only. Karmanaha abhava darshanat, because he is aware of the absence of karma. Karmanaha abhava darshanat sarva karma sannyase eva adhikaraha. Nahi mrigatashnikayam udaka buddhya panaya pravrittaha udaka bhavajnanepi tatraiva pana prayojanaya pravartate. Bhashyakara explains with an example how a jnani is not entitled for action. A jnani is not entitled for karma because he does not see any purpose in karma. Karma does not serve any purpose to a jnani. The example is Mrigatrishnikayam udaka buddhya panaya pravrittaha. Before knowledge. This is an example before knowledge. So somebody sees mirage, water in the desert. He thinks there is water. And when he thinks there is water, he will go to fetch water from the mirage. Similarly, when there is ajnana, one thinks the kriyakaraka phala are real. Therefore, he will engage in karma. He thinks karma will yield some result. But when the person understands it is not water, it is just desert, then he will not travel any more towards the water, towards the mirage to find water. He will stop and return. Similarly, when this jnani has understood it is mithya, all the kriyakaraka phalabheda are mithya. Therefore, there is no point in chasing it. When he has understood this, he will no longer travel, he will no longer be interested in work, in action, because he has no purpose in the karma. Mrigatrishnikayam udaka buddhya panaya pravrittaha. So, a person who is panaya pravritta, he is engaged in finding water for drink. Panaya pravritta, engaged in finding pan, drinking water. Why udaka buddhya, mrigatrishnikayam udaka buddhya? Because he has udaka buddhi in the mrigatrishnika. He thinks there is water in the mirage. But when he has understood the truth, udaka bhava jnani api, when he has got udaka bhava jnana, when he understood that there is no udaka in the mirage, there is no water, then tatraiva pana prayojanaya na pravartatehi, then he will not work for getting water in the same mirage. Tatraiva, in the same mirage. Pana prayojanaya, for the purpose of drinking water, for the sake of drinking water, na pravartate. He will not work, he will not make effort, because he has understood there is no water. Similarly, a jnani, when he has understood he is neither karta nor bhokta, when he has understood that the kriyakaraka phala is mithya, then he will not see any purpose in karma. Therefore, he will not engage in karma. Therefore, sarva karma sannyase eva adhikaraha. Brahmanyadhaya karmani,
ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि
sangam tyaktva karoti yaha,
सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः
lipyate na sapapena,
लिप्यते न स पापेन
padmapatramivambhasa.
पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा.
So yaha. Now, this is about a karma yogi. We will find that in these chapters, even in chapter 4, Krishna flips between a karma yogi and a jnani. Once in a while he will talk about a jnani, right from chapter 3 also. In chapter 3 a little, in chapter 4 it was more. So he will talk about jnani, and then he will talk about a karma yogi also. So here he is talking about a karma yogi. He is not yet a jnani, but he is making effort to get jnana. So he is performing karma. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha. Yaha. Yaha mokshuhu. Yaha purushaha. Who is atatvavit. Here Krishna is talking about atatvavit, ajnana, not a tattvavit like the previous two shlokas. Brahmani karmani adhaya, offering all the karmas to Brahman, Ishvara. Offering all the karmas to Ishvara. Then sangam tyaktva, giving up the attachment, giving up the result, desire for the result. Phale sangam tyaktva. karoti, he performs karma. Saha ambhasa padmapatram iva papena na lipyate. He does not get tainted by papa. He does not get affected by papa. The example is Padmapatram imam bhasa. Just like the lotus leaf, Padmapatram ambhasa nadipyate. It is not affected by the water. It is not soaked by the water. It is not tainted by the water. Similarly, this karma yogi, he is not affected by the papa. Yastu punaha atatvavit pravrittascha karma yoge brahmani ishvare adhaya nikshipya tadartham karomi iti vrityah iva swamyartham sarvani karmani mokshe api phale sangam tyaktva karoti yaha sarva karmani lipyate na sapapena na sambadhyate padmapatramiva ambhasa udakena yastu punaha atatvavit. To punaha indicate that Krishna is talking about another topic. Now it is about Ajnani, who is a karma yogi, unlike the Jnani. Yaha atatvavit, an Ajnani, pravrittascha karma yogi, he is engaged in karma yoga. Brahmani ishvare adhaya. So karmani brahmani adhaya. Adhaya means nikshipya, placing, keeping the karmas on Ishvara. Means offering all the karmas to Ishvara, surrendering all the karmas to Ishvara. And what is surrender to Ishvara? Tadartham karomi iti vrityah iva swamyartham sarvani karmani. So surrendering the karmas to Ishvara involves an attitude. The attitude is given. Tadartham karmani karomi. I am doing all the karmas for the sake of Ishvara. Vrityah iva swamyartham. Just like a Vritya, a servant works for his master, for his master. Swami. Here Swami means master or employer. Just as a servant does everything for the sake of his employer. Similarly, a karma yogi, a bhakta. Karma yogi has to be a bhakta. he entertains the attitude, I am doing the karma for the sake of Ishvara. Mokshepi phale sangam tyaktva. And phale sangam tyaktva. Sangam tyaktva is there in the Mula. Phale sangam tyaktva. Giving up the attachment for phala, karma phala. And Shankaracharya adds mokshe api. Even in moksha, one should not have attachment. I am doing karma now, so let me get moksha immediately. Even that attachment should not be there. That is why, if you look into chapter 2, while explaining Karma Yoga, Bhagavan says, Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva. You can compare Shankara Bhashya under that. Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So, even in terms of spiritual growth, one should not have expectation. Whether I am getting spiritual growth or not, I should perform the karma that I am supposed to perform. Sometimes I may not feel that the karma is helping me spiritually. There may be periods of spiritual dryness for a karma yogi. Then he should accept even the spiritual dryness as Ishvara Prasad. Ishvara is not giving me spiritual growth. Well, I will perform the karma that I am supposed to perform. So that is the attitude of a karma yogi. That is why Bhashyakara adds, Mokshe api phale sangam tyaktva. Giving up the sangha, attachment, even in moksha phala. Yaha sarva karmani karoti. One who performs all the karmas, all the vihita karmas with this attitude. Saha papena na lipyate na sambadhyate. He is not affected by papa. Padmapatram iva ambhasa udakena. Yatha padmapatram ambhasa udakena na lipyate. Just like the lotus leaf is not affected by water, similarly, karma yogi is not affected by the evil results of the karma. The binding result of the karma. Kayena manasa buddhya.
Kayena manasa buddhya.
Kevalairindrayairapi.
Kevalairindrayairapi.
Yoginah karma kurvanti.
Yoginah karma kurvanti.
Sangam tyaktvatma shuddhaye.
Sangam tyaktvatma shuddhaye.
Yoginah, karma yoginah, the karma yogis. Kayena, with the body. Manasa, with the mind. And buddhya, with the buddhi. And kevalaihi indriyaihi api. and with the indriyas. Kevalaihi. Kevalaihi means just with the indriya, etc. Kevala Shabda should be connected with each one. Bhashyakara will say, Kevalena Kayena, Kevalena Manasa, Kevalena Buddhya, Kevalaihi Indriyaihi Api. The word Kevala stands for absence of my identification. It is my karma. I am doing the karma without such identification. To indicate that, Bhagavan has put Kevalaihi. Sangam Tyaktva, without attachment, giving up attachment. Atma Shuddhaye, for the sake of Atma Shuddhi, for the sake of Sattva Shuddhi. Karma Kurvanti, they perform karma. Kevalam,
Kevalam
Sattva Shuddhi Matra Phalameva,
Sattva Shuddhi Matra Phalameva,
Tasya Karmana Syat,
Tasya Karmana Syat,
Yasmat,
Yasmat
Kayena,
Kayena,
Dehena,
Dehena,
Manasa,
Manasa,
Buddhya,
Buddhya,
Cha Kevalaihi,
Cha Kevalaihi,
Mamatva Varjitairapi,
Mamatva Varjitairapi,
Ishwaraya Eva,
Ishwaraya Eva,
Karma Karomi,
Karma Karomi,
Na Mama Phalaya,
Na Mama Phalaya,
Iti Mamatva Buddhi Shunyaihi,
Iti Mamatva Buddhi Shunyaihi,
Indriyairapi,
Indriyairapi,
Kevala Shabdaha,
Kevala Shabdaha,
Kayadibhirapi,
Kayadibhirapi,
Pratyekam Sambadhyate,
Pratyekam Sambadhyate,
Sarva Vyapareshu,
Sarva Vyapareshu,
Mamata Varjanaya,
Mamata Varjanaya,
Yoginaha,
Yoginaha,
Karminaha,
Karminaha,
Karma Kurvanti,
Karma Kurvanti,
Sangam Tyaktva,
Sangam Tyaktva,
Phala Vishayam,
Phala Vishayam,
Atma Shuddhaye,
Atma Shuddhaye,
Sattva Shuddhaye Ityarthaha,
Sattva Shuddhaye Ityarthaha,
Tasmat,
Tasmat,
Tatraiva,
Tatraiva,
Tava Adhikaraha,
Tava Adhikaraha,
Iti,
Iti,
Kuru Karmaiva.
Kuru Karmaiva.
So, Kevalam Sattva Shuddhi Matra Phalameva Tasya Karmana Syat. So, Lipyate Nasa Papena. He does not get bound by the Papa. This was told before. And why he is not bound by the Papa? Because such karma gives only Sattva Shuddhi Phala. Kevalam Sattva Shuddhi Matra Phalameva Tasya Karmanaha Syat. Tasya Karmanaha Kevalam Sattva Shuddhi Matra Phalam Eva Syat. Natu Samsarapadake Punyapapi. The karma does not bring about phala in the form of punya and papa which lead to samsara. Therefore, Krishna has said, karma bhir nasa lipyate. Lipyate nasa papena. He is not bound by the papa. So, yasmat. Now the bhashya for the next one. Yasmat. Later there is a tasmat. So, yasmat, since Kayena. So the yasmat can be taken as a reason for this statement also. Kevalam sattvashuddhi matra phalameva tasya karmana phalam syat yasmat, because. Also, the yasmat can be understood as a correlate relative of tasmat, which is there at the end of the Bhashya. Tasmat tatraiva adhikara. Yasmat, since kayena means dehena, with the body, manasa, buddhya, manas means, buddhi is mentioned separately, manasa and buddhya, with the manas and with the buddhi. Manas means sankalpa vikalpa, and buddhi means adhyavasaya, nishchaya. Kevalaihi, Bhashyakara gives the significance of kevalaihi, mamatva varjitaihi api, that are free from mamatva, that are free from my identification. This is mine, my indriyas. I am doing karma with my indriyas. This kind of identification is absent. Therefore, kevalaihi. And Bhashyakara explains the attitude conveyed by the word kevalaihi. Ishwaraya eva karma karomi. I am doing the karma for the sake of Ishvara only. Na mama phalaya. Not for my phala. Not for my result. I don't want any result out of this karma. Whatever result comes, I am ready to accept as Ishvara's grace. Definitely, I don't want any material benefit, even the spiritual benefit, even the spiritual growth. Whether it happens or not, I am ready to accept as Ishvara's grace. So, na mama phalaya iti mamatva buddhi shunnihi. So, what in this manner, with this attitude, those who have given up mamatva buddhi, those who are free from mamatva buddhi, my identification with the karma as well as the accessories of karma. Indriyaihi api. So that kind of indriyas, the indriyas which are free from my identification. Kevala shabdaha kayadibhirapi pratyekam sambadhyate. Now Shankaracharya says that the word kevala should be connected with the kaya, etc. Kevalena kayena, kevalena manasa iti pratyekam sambadhyate. It should be connected with each one. Why? Sarvavyapareshu mamata varjanaya. To be free from mamata, my identification, with all vyaparas, with all actions, with all actions of body, mind, senses. So, Kevala Shabda indicates that he does not have my identification with any part of his Sthula Sukshma Sharira, and he does not identify with the action also as my action. Instead he says, I am just a nimitta. It is all Ishvara's karma. Even the hands are Ishvara's. Even the indriyas belong to Ishvara. It is not my indriya. It is not my body. It is Ishvara's body. He has given me this body, and I will do with this body what He has asked me to do. And how can I know what He has asked me to do? Ishvara is not telling me every day, you should do this, you should do that. But He has given the pramana in the form of the Shastra. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavasthito. So based on Shastra Pramana, I will understand what Ishvara asks me to do. Shruti Smriti Mamaivajne. Shruti and Smriti are my ajna, Ishvara had said. Therefore, I am doing all the karmas as the servant of Ishvara. This is the attitude of a karma yogi. Yoginaha karminaha. Yogis means karmis. Karma kurvanti. They perform karma. Sangam tyaktva. Phalavishayam sangam tyaktva. Giving up the attachment of the result. Giving up the attachment to the result. Atma Shuddhaye, Sattva Shuddhaye ityartha. Atma Shuddhaye means Sattva Shuddhaye. The word Atma should not be understood as the real Atma. The real Atma can never be purified. Why? Because it is always pure. It can never be impure. Therefore, Atma Shuddhaye means Sattva Shuddhaye. Sattva Shuddhaye ityartha. Tasmat. Therefore, since the yogis do karma, other yogis do karma for Sattva Shuddhi. Therefore, Tasmat, you also need Sattva Shuddhi. Therefore, Tatraiva Tava Adhikaraha iti. Your adhikara is in doing karma. Karmani eva tava adhikaraha. Tatra means karmani. Tatra karmani eva tava adhikaraha iti. Therefore, kuru karma eva. Therefore, do karma. Perform karma. Krishna is suggesting to Arjuna. Yuktah karma phalam tyaktva.
Yuktah karma phalam tyaktva.
Shantimapnoti naishtikim.
Shantimapnoti naishtikim.
Ayuktah kamakarena.
Ayuktah kamakarena.
Phale sakto nibadhyate.
Phale sakto nibadhyate.
Yuktaha. Yuktaha refers to a karma yogi who has the attitude of karma yoga. Karma phalam tyaktva. He gives up karma phala. Gives up karma phala means gives up the attachment to karma phala. Gives up the desire for karma phala. And by means of this, naishtikim shantim apnoti. He gets naishtiki shanti. Naishtiki means the Shanti which is derived through Jnana, Nishtayam, Jnana Nishtayam Bhava Naishtiki, that which happens as a result of Jnana Nishtha, it is called Naishtiki. Naishtikim Shantim means moksham. Apnoti, he attains. On the other hand, Ayuktaha, one who doesn't have the attitude of a karma yogi, Kamakarena, he is impelled by his desires. Being impelled by his desires, Phale Saktaha, he is attached to the results. Therefore, Nibadhyate, he is bound by the samsara. He does not get moksha. Yuktaha, Yasmacha, Yuktaha, Ishwaraya karmani karomi, na mama phalaya, ityevam, samahitassan, karma phalam, tyaktva, parityajya, shantim, mokshakhyam, apnoti, naishtikim, nishtayam bhavam, sattva-shuddhi jnana prapti, sarva-karma sannyasa, jnana-nishtha kramena, iti vakyasheshaha, yasmat cha. So, yasmat cha. Already one reason is given why Arjuna has to perform karma. Why Arjuna should perform karma. Already Krishna has told with a yasmat in the previous shloka. Yasmat kayena ityadi. And now yasmat cha. Because of this reason also you should do karma. What is the reason? Yuktaha. Yuktaha is explained. Yuktaha literally means samahita, one who is focused. Focus means dedication. Dedication to a particular attitude. What is the attitude? Ishwaraya karmani karomi. I do karmas for the sake of Ishvara. Na mama phalaya, not for my result. Ityevam samahitassan, one who is focused in this manner, one who is dedicated to this attitude. Karma phalam tyaktva. Tyaktva is equal to parityajya, giving up karma phala. Shantim, mokshakhyam. Here Shanti means moksha, freedom from samsara. And the Shanti is qualified with an adjective naishtikim, nishtayam bhavam, that which happens on jnana nishtha, that which is the result of jnana nishtha. Apnoti, attains. Again Shankaracharya clarifies not directly. The attitude of karma yoga does not give moksha directly. Therefore he says, sattva shuddhi jnana prapti sarva karma sannyasa jnana nishtha kramena. In between so many things are there. Sattva shuddhi, purification of mind. Jnana prapti, attainment of knowledge. And sarva karma sannyasa, giving up of all karmas. Jnana nishtha, jnana prapti is told before. Now jnana nishtha. Jnana prapti alone is not enough. Just understanding is not enough. There has to be jnana nishtha. One should abide in the jnana. So, sattva shuddhi, jnana prapti, sarva karma sannyasa, jnana nishtha kramena. Through these processes, through all these, iti vakya sheshaha, this should be understood in the sentence. This should be supplied in the sentence. So, sattva shuddhi ityadi kramena naishtikim shantim apnoti. We have to supply. And what we are supplying is not our own imagination. It is based on other verses in Bhagavad Gita itself. Yastu punaha ayuktaha asamahitaha kamakarena karanam karaha kamasya karaha kamakaraha tena kamakarena tu punaha. On the other hand, tu punaha indicate vilakshanya. Yaha ayuktaha. Ayuktaha means asamahitaha, meaning he is not dedicated to the attitude of karma yoga. He does not entertain the attitude of karma yogi in his mind. Instead, he is impelled by his kama, his desires. He is driven by his desires. Kama karena. Bhashyakara gives the derivation of the word kama karena. Karanam karaha. Karanam, doing, action is called karaha. Kru plus lyut becomes karanam. Bhave lyut. Kru plus ghanya becomes karaha. Bhave ghanya. Karanam karaha. Kamasya karaha kamakaraha. The doing of kama, the action of kama, the work of kama, the doing of kama. What kama does, it is called kama. What does kama do? Kama impels a person. Kama drives a person to work. Therefore, the driving done by kama, it is called kamaka. Tena kamakarena means kama preritataya ityarthaha. Kamakarena means being impelled by kama. mama phalaya idam
मम फलाय इदं
karomi karma
करोमि कर्म
इत्येवं फले सक्तः
फले सक्तः निबध्यते
मम फलाय idam karomi karma. I am doing this karma for the sake of my result. Ityevam, in this manner, phale saktaha. He is attached to phala. He is attached to the result. Therefore, nibadhyate. Being attached to the result, he is bound by karma. Ataha tvam yukto bhava ityarthaha. Ataha, therefore, you be focused. Krishna is advising Arjuna, you should remain focused. Means you should entertain the attitude of a karma yogi. Remain focused to the attitude of a karma yogi. Ityarthaha. This is the purport of this sloka. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.